forget where we had left
We
off.
got through 17. The reason I remember is because remember that is the difference of squares, but you can also I ended up doing it kind of backwards. I changed that so that it turned into that. There's nothing wrong with that. You can work with either side.
Okay.
So I took the right side and manipulated it, turning it into the left side. And the only thing I really did was I said that's... Yeah, sure. Let's go through that. So let's turn tan to the fourth plus tan squared into the secant. Well, tan to the fourth is tan squared times tan squared. So, and we know that tan squared plus 1 is equal to secant squared. That means tan squared is equal to secant squared minus 1. Plus secant squared minus 1. So all I've done is converted the entire tan into a bunch of secants. Okay, when I multiply the left side out, I get secant fourth minus secant squared minus 2 secant squareds plus 1 plus a secant squared minus 1. Well, what is that? That's minus 2 secant squareds plus a secant squared becomes secant fourth minus secant squared. The ones go away, and we've got the other side of that thing. So the way I did it yesterday was really not the correct way. In other words, I started out assuming that was difference of perfect squares, but you'll notice tonight I never did that. In other words, I went straight in. I went straight in and made tan to the fourth be tan squared times tan squared, and then used the trig identity for tan squared in all 3 spots. And just multiply it out.
Okay.
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 That was 17. 18 again is identical, only it's the cofunctions, which means I'm going to do the same thing with this side over here. I'm going to make that, in fact, I could work with the left side just as easily. You don't have to work with the right side. Let's do this one and I'll work with the left side. So I'm going to say that's that times that minus that. Well, cosecant squared is cotangent squared plus 1 times cotangent squared plus 1 minus cotangent squared plus 1. Multiply this all out, I get cotangent to the fourth plus 2 cotangents squared plus 1 minus cotangent squared minus 1. Ones go away. I end up with cotangent to the fourth plus cotangent squared, which is the right side of that thing. You still there? I heard something that might have lost the audio. lost you out of the meeting. Okay. Is it still out, or? Okay. What would you like to do? Would you like to just cancel the session, or you want to? I don't mind doing it by phone if you want. In other words, these can probably be done by phone. If you have a pencil and paper, you can write down what I'm saying. Yeah. And it still has you in the meeting, but it says offline. So let me close